Welcome, everyone. This is Vince, your host at ABCDice. Today we have a team practice. We have special guests here today with us. We have Red. We have, let me see, you can turn the cameras here for you. We got Red here. And we have Josh. We have Damian here. And we have Enrique out here joining us today. So, again, we're going to be practicing here for the Lake Charles trip coming up here in May. It's going to be May 28th through 30th. It's going to be in Lake Charles. No specific casinos we're going to be actually playing at. It's going to be all three, whether it be the Horseshoe, Golden Nugget, and the Burge. Most people are going to be staying depending on their comps, on multiple casinos out there. So then we can have an itinerary where we can meet up and then play at similar tables. So again, this will be a practice session, a team session. We have no specific actual spot, so wherever the person wants to shoot from is where they're going to shoot from. So even if they're straight out, they want to shoot from stick left, stick right. We'll just adjust the play. So in between the shots, sometimes will be a little bit of movement. But again, most of the time you'll hear my voice, and we're going to have the table audio so that actually you can communicate with team members out here on the table. So we're going to be starting at the table the same way we will start at the real table. If you go to your Crapsee app, and you can join by using the live tab. Hit that live tab and you can join automatically and participate. It'll be a $15 table with a minimum $15 table with a $2,000 bankroll. And we're going to be using a traditional craps. You are going to see a crapless layout on the felt because this table that I have is a crapless, but you can also use it as to place the regular traditional place bets on the 4 through 10. And that's going to be pretty much for us. We're going to start rolling pretty soon. We're going to start from straight out. Red wants to shoot from straight out on stick right. Okay, so we're going to be shooting from stick right. So most of the time you'll be seeing the shooter on one of the cameras. And then the rest of us will be actually just playing around and listening in. So I'll be triggering the actual animations and the feed and entering into the actual log counts. That's what you're going to see me doing. Feel free to shoot us a message and actually just join. If you have any message for the shooters, you can write it in there. We can read them from here. So again, this is a $15 table. It's up to you how you want to play. Preferably play as if you play at the real casino. I know some of you like to empty out the racks and get up on the leaderboard. We will read out the leaderboard just in case, but we prefer that you play actually as you play as the real table. But if you are one of those that likes to just lay every single bet or just go ahead and hop every single number, it's up to you. But we're here to have fun and practice. So again, so bear with me a second. The table is no longer on the table. Maybe close. Let, let me see. We're having a couple of technical difficulties on Crapsee. Let's see if I can actually see on the live table because I'm seeing the live table here. Yeah, play. I'm in. Yep. Yeah, it only has two people. You can't log in either. No, but you're able to get in there. Yeah, you're in. What are you using? iPhone? Android? You using Android? iPhone? All right, good. So on Android, if you can't join, you may have to download the APK. Have you? Now you can join. Have you tried closing Crapsee? Close Crapsee and then reopen it up again. Yeah. So if there's an Android, it may be the issue because right now Chuck and Crapsey they're going with a little bit of a challenge at the Google Play Store. So what you can go is to Crapsee.com. On the main homepage, scroll down to where it says download Android APK. You download the APK, and then you may have to uninstall the Crapsee app from your phone after you download the APK. Install the APK. Some phones ask you because it's an untrusted source, it may not allow you, but you say okay, allow it even though it's an untrusted source. It will reinstall Crapsee on your phone and should be able to good to go. So it just depends the last time you updated because I don't think Crapsee is on the Google Play Store right now. But download APK. On my phone, I had to uninstall Crapsee. Sometimes you can just reinstall it or update it. So it's just one of the things. So you're on. You're good. We're good. Okay, so we're probably while you're doing that, go ahead and do that, and we'll start with we'll go ahead and start again. Just download the APK, and here's the internet. If you want to use this signal versus your own mobile signal, there's the ABCDice network. All right, so here we go, ladies and gents. Table audio is on. we're gonna start with Josh at position stick one. There we go. And I have to adjust. Josh is a taller gentleman than I am. So here we go. We're gonna start with the dice. Get your bets in there.
I just I'm ready, but it's not taking it.
Yeah, because I haven't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see if it gives you. I got two people in here. Let's see. Does it give you a countdown?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There we go. So y'all will see a 20-second countdown. So please place your bets accordingly. So we'll give you a 20-second countdown. So you have plenty of time. So here we go. Dice are out. Move this one out of the way. Josh is shooting from stick right. Right, that's a 3-1-4, easy 4. 3-1-4. Okay. Well, you have the Crapsee, so I won't mark him here on the puck, but want me to mark him, we'll mark him. Right, get your bets in there, bet accordingly. And going 96 across. We got 6 players online. We have 6 players online. All right. This is our second roll, so here we go. Our point is for. I'm gonna try. It's a lot of little back and forth, but I'm gonna try to see if we can get it. All right. So somebody get a countdown. Josh, the dice are moving. They're all yours. Yep. Yep. For those joining online, they can see it. For those here at the table, that's the only reason I'm doing it. That's a 5-6U. That is a 5-6U. That is a horn number. That is a horn number. And my apologies. I do have the camera in the wrong side. So bear with me while I go ahead and adjust the camera. 2.
Mine's not even showing that there was a roll for the first roll. Weird.
2, 6. Here we go. I have to swap. Here we go. There we go. My apologies, ladies and gents. I had the camera on the wrong side of the table, but you should be able to see it now. So here we go. That's a 5-6-0 on the second roll. So we do have a 5-6-0. Now it's working. All right. I was on the horn, so I am going to parlay that. All right. So we're going to get a 20-second countdown. Dice are moving. Dice are moving. You got 20 seconds. Red, were you able to get it work? All right. We have 8 players online with us today. Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back-to-back horns, and I parlayed that one. There we go. Got snake eyes on the far end. Here we go. Let me move these so you can read them. I think the camera can see them right there. That's a good. I think that may be a better spot. All right. I'm not gonna get greedy. I already. I'm gonna press it just a tad on my horn, but I'm not gonna parlay like I did on the first time. All right. Somebody gonna get a countdown. Some of you are going to get a countdown. 20-second countdown. Dice are moving. Ooh, doggy. That's another horn. Ooh. Okay, I can work with this. I learned patterns in the kindergarten. There you go. Yes, like I'm making money just on the horns. Just on the horns. Let me do this. I'm pressing my horn just like 12 bucks at a time after I did my first parlay. Just I already collected a little bit of money. I went regressed to 44 inside. That way I can actually get something. Not have too much money exposure. Trying to get in and out of the table. All right, somebody got a 20-second countdown. Get your bets in there. That's a 2-4 easy 6. That is a 2-4 easy 6. Move these on screen. We are having a little bit of a lag with Crapsee at the moment. Nothing on our side. Is just Crapsee servers being a little bit finicky. I know Chuck was having a little bit of a challenge. So let me see if it comes online. Last time I was doing a couple little things. So let me go ahead and maybe see if it accepts it. If not, I'm gonna happen is I am gonna go outside of Crapsee. You may see an error on y'all side. Those are participating. It's something with a Crapsee in the server. So let me go ahead and exit, go back in, because I'm using cellular signal, so I'm not using the actual on property network. Let's see what happens.
It's giving me the place your bets.
Place your bets. So if you put repeat, you should show up as normal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to log out and log back in too because I won't let me hit the ready.
So how about now? I show you ready. All right. Let me. What I'm gonna do? Well, hopefully, I'm gonna unlock it. Go ahead and place your bets. I know some of you already know what the number is. Hopefully, we don't do that. But
looks like everything's still set up from last time. So
all right. I'll get a 20-second countdown. Just adjust it accordingly, please. You already know what the number is. Nothing we can do is just Crapsee being Crapsee. 2-4 easy 6. It is a good app. I know they're having a little bit of a challenges, but it is a good app overall. All right. So countdown is gonna commence once again. Get your bets in there. So we got 208 Craps saying hi all. Volume could be a bit louder. 10-4, copy that. Got Crampin' Camper up there. 4610. 4610. You got Crampin' Camper also saying hi to all of us. He's online at 4610. There you go. So let me see what we're gonna do. We did get a suggestion that the audio could be better. Well, let me see. We can bump it up a little bit. All right. Bump the audio up a bit. 208 Craps. Let's see if that works for you. All right. Dice are moving. Two, 5, 7 out. 2, 5, 7 out. Yeah, it's the 7th roll. It is the 7th roll. I tell you, people, count your rolls, count your rolls, count your rolls. Yep. Not that even if we do practice, we still have to be probabilities. We're no exception. So count your rolls. I'm gonna stick on the seventh roll. I turn off. I do something just to go over that hump. Sometimes the sixth or seventh roll is the ones that I focus on a lot. Be very mindful of those. Count them, count them, count them. All right. So here we go. We're gonna go now. Next up is gonna be Damian. Go. Damian up at stick left one. It wasn't a bad roll, Josh. I mean, if you were on the horns, we made money. So I actually made a little bit of money on it. So I finished in the green. So we're gonna go ahead and get your bets in there as a come out roll. Damian shooting from stick left one. Some of you are gonna get a countdown, which is okay. You got 20 seconds to take some time and get your bets in there.
I am on the house Wi-Fi.
You're on the house Wi-Fi. Yeah, because I'm also an Android. I got an older version, and it seems to be okay. But again, it's nothing that you're doing.
Yeah, it's not to be the message that they were getting.
All right, so just try to play once more. I'm not quite sure what Crapsee's challenges are. And sometimes I gotta do like turn it off, turn it on. I'm not the phone; it's just the freaking app. I have no idea. But it eventually comes up. I'm not sure what's causing that weird funky block. Nothing. And you're on the house Wi-Fi. You're welcome to use the house Wi-Fi. I mean, I'm using fiber optic anyway, so this can handle many, 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 many devices, including streaming. So there's no problem doing that. So let me exit. Let me go back in for y'all. Our apologies. It's nothing that we're doing. It is Crapsee. Crapsee. It is what it's doing. But I'll go ahead and exit the app. You may get a error on your side, and then I'll go back in because I'm not on the house Wi-Fi. I am on cellular signal. Even I'm getting now. I'm dark Crapsee. All right. Bum bum bum. So may not be just your gentleman because I now my phone went bonkers. It's loading Crapsee at the moment. We're back on live.
Lowercase n-I, capital D, lowercase n-I-G-H, capital Q.
All right. I'm back. Mine came back online. Hopefully y'all gentlemen is back online. Yep. So in the meantime, well, I'll give you some time because we had a good number, got close to a dozen people on there. Let me have a drink of water because. Yeah, we're close to it. There we go. We got 13 players out there. So we're gonna give you a couple seconds. I know. I'm sorry that Craps is going down. Nothing we can do about it. We've got 13 players out there. So we've got 7 in there. So we're gonna give you maybe a couple more seconds to go ahead and get into the Crapsee app. It is a come out roll. Damian's shooting from stick left one. Damian says he's gonna roll for 2 hours. Yep. Oh yeah, you're right. So let me go ahead and switch. You'll hear a flicker on your video, but it's because we're just switching on the. Ooh. Oh, camera 2 is misbehaving. There we go. All right, everybody's in. Dice are moving. So we're good to go. He'll be shooting. Damian will be shooting into the right side of the table from stick left one. We got a message for you, Damian. that there is you owe somebody $10.
Oh, somebody $10.
Yeah, they're out here saying, "Tell Damian I need the $10."
I'm trying to make us some money right now if he was on the app.
At least they're trying to contact about your expired extended car warranty. All right.
I don't know who that guy is. Weirdo. Kick him out the chat.
You owe somebody some money.
$10 yo.
You got baby mama showing up here.
$10 yo. He said he want that yo.
You want that yo?
That's what he said.
Got baby mama here showing. I need diapers. I need formula. Well, that ain't my boy.
Nah, it ain't.
It's got little cornrows, bro. Come on.
Let's go.
All right. Some of you are getting a countdown. 20 seconds. Here you go. Dice are moving. Dice are moving for you. Let me move that for shooter. Shooter needs to be in focus now. Oh, no. Aces in both places. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice. Got aces. You gave him a horn. Somebody asked for a yo. They should have made money on at least on that horn number if it had $10 on it. I am gonna parlay that. If you can follow suit, Josh did the same thing. He had 3 horns in a row. I'm not gonna miss out on 3 horns in a row like we did in the very first shooter. All right, somebody's getting a countdown. Feel free to take your time with the 20 seconds. Just make sure you try to bet in time. Two is 6 easy 8. 2 6 easy 8. I may need you to help me reach out there, Josh. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me put that on here. That's what landed, folks. 2 6 easy 8. I am gonna press those numbers. In the meantime, dice are moving. Take your time. You got 20 seconds to get your bets in there. Got a 1 6 7 out. 1 6 7 out. Sorry, ladies and gents. This was a shorty. There we go. 1 6 7 out. Go. All right. We got Enrique coming up. So get your bets in there. We got Enrique shooting from straight out on the left side of the table. Let's get the cam in that position. Here we go. There we go. We got Enrique showing up. Enrique's practicing for our next cruise trip. I met Enrique on a cruise trip, and man, do we have fun. So get your bets in there. Get your bets as a come out roll. Let's make it happen. So we got Enrique shooting from straight out. So somebody's getting a countdown. Feel free to take 20 seconds to get your bets in there. He's shooting from straight out. All right, dice are moving. Enrique loves placing on the 5s and 9s. Yep. Yep, de jour. We got cooked. We got cooked. What do you got down there? 4 5 9er. 4 5 9er. 9 is the point. Let me see if I can get these dice. I'm trying to just move them slightly. That way, yes, I can put them on screen. Okay, people can read it. All right, 9 is the point. 9 is the point. All right, feel free to get your bets in there. I know you'll see a countdown, but you just got 20 seconds, so should be okay with that. So let me, on this side, I think I can mark it in the puck. You should be able to see it on the camera. There we go. Yeah, you can see it. I think up to the 6 where you can see it. All right, so we have Because it's not on the Crapsee, that was so he can see that. All right, dice are moving. So we'll have total 5 shooters. I'll be the last one. I'll be the last shooter. 1 3 easy 4. 1 3 easy 4. Here we go. Thank you. Go. Yep, camera can see it there. Yeah, we're good. Let's see if we can get ATS. Actually, the longest roll that I've been on, that I haven't been shooting, but somebody else was shooting, was the that 3 hour roll. 3 hours, and he rolled 69 numbers. Isaac rolled 69 numbers. Yeah, I logged each one of his rolls, what the dice ended up being, the results. I mean, I've never seen that 3 hour roll, but he rolled for 3 hours. We started like at 11, 12, well, no, it started like around 10 p.m. and he finished a little bit past 1 in the morning. And you'd be surprised that some of the people were taking space at the table and they were betting the fields and they only collected maybe a couple $100 on 69 rolls.
So they weren't playing no numbers.
Not even on the plays, but had like maybe 1 or 2 numbers. It was so sad. You got a 2-2 heart for ballerina slippers.
I dealt with that last one too.
It was a little bit but again, I've been on the same boat where I've been shooting very well, and I haven't bet aggressively enough. But at 69 rolls, I did need a trade to take out my chips to the cage. But some people, when I look back at the picture, because somebody else made a comment, it was sad that they didn't. I mean, they were there taking space on the table, and they weren't placing their bets accordingly. They weren't. They had no good money. They didn't even have place bets at 69 rolls. If you're there for the beginning, because they were. So much.
69 rolls, how many points is that?
I would have to look back at my log, but he hit the ATS, he hit the talls twice, he hit the smalls. Tables went off the table, dice went off the table. Yeah, let me do a little something to check it, right? All right, ladies and gents, the dice went off the table. I am gonna unlock it because some people like to modify their bets, and I think it's only fair because we do that at the roll table. So we'll be unlocked. You'll get 20 seconds to make your modifications. So go ahead and make your modifications because the dice did go off the table. But yeah, I've never seen that long of a roll. And he was shooting from straight out. He was shooting from straight out and throwing in straight out, and he was throwing into the hook. He was landing right there. He was landing right there. He was throwing great. I had a small little video clip. If you look on the Facebook page, you see a small little video clip of Isaac. Man, that man hit the talls twice, hit the alls once, hit the smalls twice. No, closer to the back wall. 347. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't try new stuff.
Yeah, like nope, it wasn't that spot. Here we go. But we unlock the table. Just make sure that people can adjust their bets because people have a belief of yeah, they come off the table. They like to modify their bets.
Yeah,
All right.
But I had faith in Enrique over there.
I dropped a couple bets, so.
Yeah. Okay, this is where's the other dice? I don't like that one. Where did we put them?
Yeah, I like how it was ABC level.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. The other one I think was another one. So let's go. All right. We got I got Reggie, so bear with me while I modify the cams. This is a come out roll, so you'll have 20 seconds to adjust your bets. Let me go ahead and make the adjustments on this, please. Wait 1 second. There we go. We got Reggie. Let me zoom up a bit because he's a taller gentleman. Much taller gentleman than myself. All right, camera. Let's do camera 2. All right, let me double check that we're on the right side. We're good. Sorry, ladies and gents, got to swap the cameras. All right, Red, you're good to go. You're good to go. If I can please have 3 horn numbers back to back so I can recover some of the money. 235, 235, easy 5. Opposed to the hard 5, right? Here you go, 235. Let's mark the 5 on here. The camera will capture that on here. Yeah. All right, get your bets in there. Get your bets in accordingly. My apologies if I'm a little bit slow because I got to do a little bit of a hokey pokey. Push one button here and push one button there. All right. Dice are moving. Get your bets in there accordingly. Yeah, I could use a couple of horns back to back. All right, we got a 4, 6, 10. I like that number. That pays very well. Especially. Ay, puedo, compa, porque necesito ponerlos aquí. Sorry, ladies and gents. Let me mark up to see. It was the 4, 6, 10. It was the 4, 6, 10. Here we go.
I'm a field player though.
Yeah.
No, I'll play the field. Remember Josh?
Oh yeah, $100 on the field.
$100 on the field.
He hit.
Damn.
It was at Alabama. Confident.
Yeah.
Glad it hit though. I need that. If it didn't hit, I'll be down bad.
That's how it goes.
Okay.
It was funny because he's like, I can't even look. He stood away. It was like, throw to win. Not even looking. And he didn't even look. All right. Do you remember what it was?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's in the field.
Field no.
Yeah, 2-2 hard 4. Ooh, that was a nice one. 2-2 hard 4. We've seen a couple hard 4 show up already. All right, let's get in for the cam. And press that. All right, people getting a countdown. We got 14 players out there. All right, dice are moving. Dice are moving. Ooh, 2, 6, easy 8. 2, 6, easy 8. There you go. 2, 6, easy 8. So on my side, what I'm trying to recover is 3 hits and regress. Sometimes I'll go 2 hits and regress, and then build up or build out. Go either 66 inside. Three 6-9er. That is a 3-6-9er. There we go. Red is working on the tall. He's got 2 on the other side. He's working. He's missing on his extremes. That's where it's going to the extremes. That's where they're at. All right. Got 17 players out there. While you do the countdown, these dice are moving. Red is on a good roll. hard six. Yes, sir. Hard six. Nice. Very, very nice. Go. I'm not crazy on going parlaying on the hard ways, but man, there was couple gentlemen on the cruise ships that I've been, and they'll be putting $2,500 hard ways.
Oh wow.
Working on the come out.
Yeah, $100. Yeah, I saw that too.
Working on the come out. Now later on one of the port days, I talked to him. He said, "Yeah, I lost some money, but man, like I made a comeback. Next time I'm just gonna work it a couple times and then turn them off." He didn't. He still kept betting aggressively, but by the end of the trip, he was way up there, just banking on money. But it's not something I would do. It's just a lot of crazy money. 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. Got a 6 back to back. 2-4 easy 6. That's another good number. You're hitting those sixes. Well, I'm gonna go just bet aggressively on that. I used to put good money on numbers that weren't hitting. I mean, spreading a little bit, but after I stopped doing that. I mean, if the numbers are hitting, press those. Stop throwing good money at bad numbers. I understand that you go up a unit, but if you're going out there and pressing a lot of good money onto numbers that are not hitting, it's like, eh.
I just want to put some money on them. Like at least like the lowest.
Yeah, just like at least one unit, whatever it is, like $5 or $6.
At least you can hit it.
AC deucey. Ace deuce. Yep, got an ace deuce out there. All right, so we're missing one of those numbers on the small. So this is my crazy ass full belief. Doesn't mean it to make sense to you. Just what I go through my head. I'm a thing. Lady Luck's gonna tease me. She's gonna give us a midnight. She'll give us a midnight, or she'll give us an ace deuce again. All right. Yeah, see.
I parlayed my horn.
I'm mad because I didn't get to put it down because I think I could have put the PCS.
Oh.
I'm keeping it in my head though because I would have done it at the table, so I'm keeping it in my head.
Yep.
So it's much kind of annoying. It was locked out. Yeah.
369er. 369er. There we go. Crapsee's a little bit slow, but it is 369. Yeah, it's not freezing us. Yep. All right. Got 16 players out there. In the meantime, dice are moving while you get your bets in on Crapsee. Got 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8.
Hey boy, that one stopped early. Stopped in a row. I was like, no. That one stopped right there.
So let me see. 3-5 easy 8. God. Let's see. Let me go to live chats. There we go. William says hi, good afternoon to all of us.
Howdy.
Where you join?
What up, William? Where you from? Where you at?
Yeah, where are you joining us from, William? Where you at right now? Dice are moving. Most of the players got their bets in there already. Got 18 players online. Three, 4, 7 out. 3, 4, 7. I was about to take those. Let me press a little bit of it. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, 11 rolls. Got 11 rolls. Yeah.
Still in the hole, but you got me close to alcohol. I stayed with it. That hard 6 helped me because I had 10 on the hard way. Oh, there you go.
Yep. All right, ladies and gents. So let's go. We'll do a comment swap. I'll be shooting. William says he's in Virginia Tidewater. Word. All right. So I'll be shooting from stick left one. So my apologies. I am gonna be doing the hokey pokey because I gotta place numbers and then move around and control in here. I have to move out here. So if y'all can just get it close to that, close them onto this side, and then I can pick them up from there. As long as you can get them close, yeah. As long as you get them somewhere in here, because the dice are going to be red on the camera. So if you put them right here, then I can pick them up from there. That way, so people see what the numbers at. All right, it's a come out roll, and here are the dice. I am going to be shooting from stick left one. So the camera only picks up to 6. So if the puck lands on like there's a 6 or a number, you can put the 6. The 4, 5, 4, you can't put it because the camera doesn't pick it up anyways. All right, it is a come out roll. Let me get some of that magic dust right there. Yeah. This is the Colombian stuff. This is the Colombian stuff. Here in Houston, it's very humid, so I tend to use this just so it doesn't stick to my hands as much. All right. This is not a perico. This we call it a perico, right? Make it happen, right? I can shoot for everybody. So here we go. All right. I'm starting out with the 6-5-6-5 and try to see how my dice are behaving. And then from there, make modifications. But I'll start out with the hard ways first. Let me see. No backswings. What I'm going to try to do. No backswing. 3-6-9er. 3-6-9er. All right. So 9 is the point. Give y'all a countdown. So because I don't know what the dice are doing yet, I'm still sticking with a hard way set, trying to get a read or a feel for it. Seeing if one dice is double pitching, rolling over, whatever I'm doing for today, because every day is different. So that's what I'm doing right now. Too soon for me to go with any dice set. I know some people start with the dice, which is okay. I tend to start with the hard way, see if they're double pitching, they're rolling, whatever's happening. 1-4-5, horse and buggy. 1-4-5. That's Enrique's 5. Enrique, he bets nothing but the 5. He'll play the 5 and 9. 5 and 9s. Enrique will play the 5 and 9s. So Enrique, get some more numbers in there. No, 5 and 9. 5 and 9. Sometimes he made more money than I have. Sometimes I've seen him at the table make more money than I have, and he's just betting on the 5s and 9s.
They do pay very well.
Yeah. We had Lester yesterday. He didn't want to go online because camera shy. He had very good rolls at the beginning of the day. Yeah, he was camera shy, but he had some very good rolls. We were multiple rolls, maybe in the 20s. But yeah, towards the end of the night, I think he wanted to keep throwing. I was tired because I've been working all day, and we were here like at 10, 11 p.m. And you can see that the fatigue kick in because we started getting only 2 or 3 rolls based on the 15s, and it was just say, Lester, it's time for you to go get it. Last roll, one more. Last roll, one more. 3-6-9er, 3-6-9er. There we go. Winner, chicken dinner. That's Enrique's 5 and 9. Winner, chicken dinner. Yep, we got the point. We got a point. Bet accordingly, folks. Bet accordingly, please. This is a come out roll. It is a come out roll, so please bet accordingly. I've been known to hit big reds on the come out, and multiple of them, over a handful. So if one of my favorite things is to knock out dome players. I love knocking out dome players, so you have been warned. On this last cruise trip, I love the 4 days. I need to do the 4 day cruise trip. We need to do it together because the 12-foot table is very short and sweet out of Galveston. There was there was a guy.
There's a couple of cheap ones in October.
If y'all book them, I'll book them too because they give me the dates. The come out roll. 4 6 10, 4 6 10. The point is 10. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. There you go. It's all right. There you go. Yeah, if y'all book them, just tell me the dates that you booked. Most time after I think August, I can book any cruise trip.
Hey, what is it again for Lake Charles? It's May what?
May 28th through 30th. So it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday being the 30th. So Wednesday's the 28th. Yeah, it's a work week. So I'm taking a couple of days off. One. Yeah, so I'm taking Wednesday, Thursday off, and probably the thing is I hate about Fridays is you start getting a bunch of yes. I used yeah Wednesday and Thursdays, so I'll be there on Friday, but I may just come back on the Friday. It just for me is yeah, it's
My friend can make.
Yeah,
My friend,
I might come for one night, just Thursday.
my friend's leave coming up.
all right. Come out roll.
I might go there Thursday morning and then Friday.
There's a 5 6 yo 5 6 yo. Ooh. Get a 5 6 yo up here. I am getting close to that roll of probabilities, so I got to be a little bit more careful. Just maybe enough to get out of the hand, and then just write it from there. So I'll do the same thing if I'm playing for other shooters or for myself. I count the rolls, and I'm trying to be careful on that one unique roll that we all have to go over that hump. So I treat myself the same way as everybody else. I treat myself the same way. So you treat yourself with a little bit more love. What's love got to do with it? It's all about money. Chase. 3 6 9er. 3 6 9er. Another good hit. Yeah, Enrique's making money. He's making money on that 5 and 9s. And Damian's over there. Damn. Okay.
I'm trying to play like I normally would, so I ain't trying to do too much. Like right now, I'm playing super close. Super close.
Basically, 4 million. So 5, 6, 8, 650, 60, 60.
Okay. So I just want to be transparent. This is exactly what I do on this roll. Okay. So this is going to be my 7th roll. So this is what I do on the 7th roll. And this is my own crazy thought. Doesn't mean that you need to follow along. This is just what I do. I set it up with a big red set. Maybe roll it over once or whatever it is. Roll it backward. Roll something. Start with a big red set. Get some space in the dice and throw a unique throw with a little bit of energy, just enough to hit the bottom of the diamonds, right under that foot, and just try to get it to let it die right there. So I want an imperfect roll. That's what I'm trying to do on this roll. See if I can get over the hump. And then I'll go back to my original roll. So that's honestly, this is exactly what I do at the roll tables. 3 4 7 out. See? But I did turn off my place bets.
I think so.
I did turn off my place bets. Yeah, so I'm trying to get. It was an imperfect dice set of a mutated big red. Because Lady Luck is gonna say like, look, I have to no matter what it is. If she's gonna collect her taxes, she's gonna do that. So I turned off my place bets.
So this is what I was gonna do, but it didn't go. What I was gonna do was hop all the 7s to 5.
Yeah.
Right? Hop all the 7s to 5, turn everything off, and then even if you hit the 7, you still gonna make what?
You know, I've never thought of that. I'm gonna give it a shot next time. I'm I'm gonna give that a shot. I've never actually hopped the big reds on the seventh roll.
Just based on what we keep talking about, you might as well play for it.
That you know right. Yeah. So I never thought about it. So I'm gonna do that. Next time I'm gonna give it a shot.
I have a little theory about that though. I
What you got?
personally don't like to overthink stuff. I try like this, because I feel like you're giving it too much power. You're giving it too much power. You're giving that seventh row too much power. Like I'm just,
But if you bet on the 7, give it
So-
power.
Yeah, if you're betting on it. Yeah, but I ain't betting on it.
It's only 3. It's 3 ways you hit the 7.
Go.
It's $15.
So bear with me while I adjust the cameras. We gotta be swapping into the other position.
Like if I'm gonna roll, I'm not gonna change all my bets up just because I'm rolling. Especially if I'm gonna roll it, I ain't gonna change my bets up. Maybe if I'm on side bets or something.
Yeah.
If I'm rolling.
Yeah. We're good. Josh is coming out. You getting a 20-second countdown out there, and for me it's just, and if it works, it works. Everything works until it doesn't, right? And for me, that's the only thing. I will be honest with exactly what I was doing. I was trying to get an imperfect roll. 5-6, yo, come out, yo. 5-6, yo. Yeah. I've seen Josh hit 3 of those in a row, so I am gonna parlay.
See that yo, Josh.
Yeah, I've seen him 3 horns in a row.
Yeah.
So
I'm the horn monster.
yeah.
The horn monster. Bet. If you're really a monster.
Prove it to me. And prove it to us. The audience out there online says, "Can you do another horn?" They want to see you. They want to see you prove it.
Oh, I can. The question is, will I? I've done it before. I was in Atlantic City. I hit like 4 or 5 in a row.
Damn.
Back to back to back. My horn bet was at $25. Parlay? Yeah. Oh, I didn't parlay, but I added to it every roll. Yeah. I mean, that last hit probably netted me. Yeah, I think I won over $100 on the last hit, and then I only lost $25.
There's a 2-3-5er. 2-3-5er. That's Enrique's 5 over there. Enrique likes those 5s. 5 and 9. Although Enrique, he knows how to play on the casinos in Mexico. I have not been fortunate to go out there. He says they bring you food, they bring you a table, they bring you snacks right next to the actual craps table. Yeah, he says they actually. Imagine that. They don't have to leave the table when they bring food to you. At our tables in America, like you have to sneak the food that way they don't see you eating at the table because.
Yeah, they don't like anything next to the table.
Yeah. All right, we've got 20 players out there joining us. We've got 20 players. Welcome.
Poker is the only game where they don't care.
Yeah.
They sit down, you can give you like a little side table.
Damn.
Poker, they don't care about you.
Got a hard 6 down there. That is a hard 6. Got a hard 6.
My man. I'm on the 6. Don't you love it when you're like on the point and you're on the hard way?
Oh yeah.
That's what just happened. It's so beautiful.
I don't usually play the hard ways until I've got it at quarter level or above.
Yeah.
But it depends. I mean, because some places, I know there's some casinos, you have to do a minimum of 5 bet on the hard way. If it's just $1,
Well, no,
I like the way he
5.
does. I like to do the dollar and then parlay it.
Yeah, I did 5 straight up right there.
We got 20 players online. We got 20 players online joining us. Let us know from where you're joining us. We got somebody from Tidewater, Virginia.
My boy about to eat that
1, 6, 7 out. Oof. Ooh. 1, 6, 7 out. Ouch. I said, I was thinking, I had that crazy thought in my head. One more hit. One more hit. I would happen to, I was like, one more hit. There we go. There we go. You do have 4 rebuys, so feel free to rebuy. I know some of you like to empty the rack and just get up in the leaderboard. We'll read it out. All right. So after draws, we have red. Red's going to be shooting in the same. Oh, your turn, Damian? All right. All right. So let me adjust the cams. So bear with me. Adjust the cam just a bit. Got Damian out there. Oh, let's see if you can get it too far out. Alrighty, so get your bets to come out roll. You've got 20 players out there. It is a come out roll. We're looking for a point, so bet accordingly. We're looking for a point. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Put some music, right? The rocky music going on. Once I get some essential AC in here, I'll go ahead and we can actually put some music in the background, at least some. But for right now, like I don't have window units and ductless systems. We'll upgrade soon. I like that hit. 2, 6, easy 8. 2, 6, easy 8. 8's the point. Two, 6, easy 8. There we go. Right there. Let me see. Yep. All right. Let me place my bets. All right. Got 20 players out there. 5 of you are going to get a countdown. Feel free to take those 20 seconds and get your bets in there. Feel free to take those 20 seconds and bet accordingly, which is okay. One, 5, easy 6. 1, 5, easy 6. Nope, we're not. That was a good hit. I know Damian he's a field player. He's making us money, but probably hurting a little bit. Yeah.
I didn't save it.
We're in press for accept bets. All right. I'm going to press moderately on that number. I'm pressing just 2 or 3 units. I'll go with 3 hits and then regress. All right, so we're getting a countdown. Got 3 players out there getting a countdown. Feel free to take that time. Ooh, spindle top. 369er. Woo! 369er. Woo! Whenever those dice are spinning, it just makes people just. Yeah. I started with some boxers, ended up with a thong. And we were just talking about you. I saw you do that once more earlier in the practice session. I saw you do that once more. Oh.
I like that they stuck together really well until the end.
Yep. You're keeping them very close by. They're not bouncing all the way back here. Yeah, they're not shooting back at you. Let me adjust the cam. 3. The shooter in frame. You got a 5-6 yo. That is a 5-6 yo. All right. I am a fool. I will tell you. I see a horn, bet a horn, so that I do that. But I'm also a crazy fool believing there's a hard way after a horn. All right, you got 20 players joining us. 20 players out there. Okay, 3 of you have a countdown. Feel free to take your time. Although we still need to plan another Vegas trip, Josh. For those out there, I love that trip. That trip was quick, short, simple, and to the point. 3-5 easy 8. That is a leaner. But it's considered an 8, and I'll tell you why from according to one of the dealers that happen to talk about. Because it's leaning against this, the natural object, if it's removed, and I'm sorry, if the object's removed, the natural fall will be a 5. So the natural 5 if you remove the object. Although the casinos do have a discretion to call it another way. So yeah, so that is a winner 3-5 easy 8. The only time I've seen that in my own presence that the dealer considered the other way is in this last cruise trip I was in. They did it once where they actually said like, nope, it would have been bounced back and something else. I got pissed at the pit boss. I'll be honest with you, and I called them out on it. And they gave me a bunch of freaking comp to make up for it, but I was still unhappy because I mean they may give me my money, but everybody else at the table lost their money, so I was not happy about that. And I told them like, look, that's not right. I know what your rules are. I don't mind losing the money, but I want to lose it fair and square. I don't mind losing it, but as long as fair and square.
So I'm thinking the best time to plan that would be after the summer for the Vegas trip.
I have plenty of time. All I can do. The only thing is on the Vegas trip, we have to happen to fly on. I like Spirit Airlines because it's so cheap. 3-3 hard 6. Ooh, nice, my man. 3-3. It is a come out. Yep. So I have no problem as long as you have time. So the only thing I work around is when are the flights cheap? Because we go on a Friday on the red eye, get there by Saturday at 1 in the morning to the hotel. You get some rest. We're not tempted to play on a Friday. And then we wake up Saturday morning, get some breakfast, and then hit the casinos Saturday, Sunday, or work days. After we make a bit of money, we save a little bit of the bankroll, the money that we made, burn a couple $100 just having fun. Sunday night by 11 p.m., 10 p.m., we're back on the flight. And we're flying back on the red eye from Las Vegas, and we're back here by 5, 6 in the morning. So just in time to go to work. So it's in and out, take care of business, and depending how we're shooting, we go hop into different casinos like the Palace Station. We did good at the Palace Station. We went to the Orleans.
Orleans, we did all right.
The Horseshoe, and there was one else, Ellis Island.
Yeah.
The breakfast is good there.
What do you think about the 3-day cruise? 3-day cruise.
Well, there's
a lot of
3 days out of Galveston because I only found 4.
No,
The
Miami.
yeah.
You can fly from Houston to Miami early morning. Come back Monday morning, back to Houston. Go cruise and that's
Yeah. So Enrique, he's done it before. He says like it's somewhat going out there. Just you land right on time, a couple hours earlier, and then you go straight to the cruise. I've never done it. I never actually flown out of Miami or anywhere and flown out on a cruise trip. Most is always out of Galveston. I wouldn't mind it, but for me, it's just easy to get off the ship, get in my car, and I'm back home in a couple hours. But he's saying there's 3-day cruises out there. I've never been on a 3-day cruise. I think the shortest one is like 4-day cruise out of Galveston. So yes, what they do is I believe 10 nautical miles offshore, and then they open up the casino. So that's a 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. That is a winner chicken dinner. Yeah, we're moving in the right direction now. But I don't mind doing trips as long as we can get a nice group together. The reason I like the cruise trips because you're limited to the amount of people that actually are on the cruise trip, and the tables are 12 footers. The downside is they're only 2 times odds.
Yeah, on the Royal Caribbean that I was on, I could have swore they were smaller than 12.
2 times 12.
And
yeah, 2 times odds.
The max bet on the table was 500 on mine.
How you doing, Frank? Nice for you to join us in. It's a come out roll, so bet accordingly, please. Bet accordingly. It is a come out roll. It is a come out roll. We got 23 players out there joining us. We got 23 players. Some of you will get a countdown for you to take that time to get your bets on this come out roll. We already found our. We actually got 2 points, I believe. We already got 2 points here. We got 2 points. Yeah, the only time is it's 2 times odds. AC Deucey, nice. Ace Deuce. So if you bet the horns, I consider it a win. I consider it a win because I play the horns on myself and other shooters. Unfortunately, I took my $10 horn high ace deuce to a $10 horn high yo, but I still made money. I don't mind it. I am gonna parlay it. I am gonna parlay it. You got 23 players out there joining us online. Hello, Frank. Hello, Frank. Nice to see you join us. One, three, four. That is a 1, 3, 4. Easy 4 is the point. Easy 4 is the point. So the point is 4. All right. So let me. So yes, it whether be a Vegas trip. The only thing is when we do find those flights, you have to go to. If you happen to be in Houston, you have to, again. This is how I recommend is we have to go in at that same day within those hours. Take the screen grab. That flight is cheap, but if you go in person, it's even cheaper. So if you can't go, as long as somebody else can go in your behalf, you should send them a copy of a driver's license or ID. I think they're asking for the new ID in Texas or something like that. Form of payment doesn't matter as long as somebody pays. 145 horse and buggy. So as long as someone pays for you, but they need to have a copy of your driver's license, they can buy your ticket along with their own ticket, and then you have your ticket to round trip tickets. I think it was under maybe $30, $30 per round trip, complete round trip. What was it like that?
Yeah, it was like $80 for me and Liz.
No total
round trip for each of us, so 160 total.
Yep, yep. So that's the only thing I say is like if we can do that. And the thing is, you can't plan it too far in advance because those flights just happen to show up like for just a single day. But it's well worth it because you're not trying to make all your money back. Now, Enrique, my friend here, he's got a bunch of United Airline points and stuff like that. So he uses those points. So he accumulates those. So, but he flies higher class. I go on the Spirit Airlines, which you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Ooh, midnight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a midnight over there in the far end. We got box cars. We got dots in all the spots. So at this time, what I do is I do the math on my head. I'll be honest. How much money do I have on the ATS? And if I can, I prefer 6 and 8s. I'll either lay something on it or at least go all minimum across and then build up from there. At least lay for the amount that I have on my pass line bets. But because of the 10, you have to bet double to win half. So sometimes a challenge. But the 6 and 8s, if you're having money on the ATSs and you have the 6 and 8 outstanding, by all means, I am gonna lay that number. Guaranteed to win. We've got 23 people out there, 23 participants out there. So don't leave the money. If you have money on the ATSs, you have 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, a quarter, 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 4, 5, 9er.
That's what I needed.
4, 5, 9er. Lay it. It's free money. If you hit the ATS, you make money. If you don't hit the ATS, you make money. Unfortunately, you may make a little bit less money because you're laying it, but by all means, lay that money. That's free money. But some people like all or nothing, and they won't lay it, which is okay. I prefer the 6 and 8. If the 6 and 8 is the numbers that are standing for the ATS, I'll lay those because it pays very good money. On the 9s, I mean the 10s and 4s, you got to bet double to win half. So it's pretty much the opposite. It's pretty much the same thing on the 9 and 5. But I mean, if it's a 6 and 8, and I got 96 across, I'll lay at least the 8 for maybe like $100 or 120 because I got 96 across, and then build the 96 up across until I make my 100 back for the lay. But if you got a quarter, shoot, 257.
I reduced just inside. I did. I just reduced it.
Yep, I regress.
I tried a different height.
I was over in
Yep.
Tried different heights. I tried to see if I can get the
I had.
Yep.
I had
So it's a 257 out.
That one I tried. I purposely did a different.
Yeah.
I like to live a
So
little
I
higher.
did the whole
Higher.
Yep.
Try to see if I can get one of the other two.
100, I think.
Well, we saw the results, but I mean, you were close. All right, who's up?
That would be Enrique.
Now Enrique is coming up, and you had 14 rolls. All right, so let me adjust camera 3, 2. All right, we got Enrique showing up.
And then once I start collecting, then I reduce it down.
Bear with me while I adjust the cams. There you go. All right, so there's a come out roll. We got Enrique shooting out from stick left straight out. Oh yeah, left side, stick left straight out. And I am gonna hop the 10s. Yeah, because Lady Luck has tendency of messing with us. Haha. The next shooter's gonna establish this point as that is the number that we needed before. So that's the only reason I'm doing that.
Yeah, and I've seen that before. I needed an 11 for the talls. We already hit the smalls. Yeah. So I'll come out, reset. First 100.
What'd I tell you? I know I'm a fool at times, but I said like this shooter is gonna get the number we're missing. Lady Luck's gonna tease us, and that's why I hopped the 10s. So I made 265 off of that. 265 on that. Yeah, so I hopped the hard 10s for $10. I hopped the easy 10 for $10, and I put an extra nickel on the big reds, just to cover that hedge, that bet in case we got a big red. So that's what I did. 5 and 9. Enrique is nothing but 5 and 9s, and I seen him. I'm telling you, I honestly seen him in person. That he's whooped my ass, made more money than I did just playing the 5 and 9s.
Yeah, you get them up to 75 level, and they're paying 105.
Ooh yeah. All right, dice are moving. Some of you getting a countdown. Some of you will get a countdown, but the point is 10. So that did help me recover some of the money I was down. Two, 4, easy 6. That's a 2, 4, easy 6. Apologies, folks. I'm over here trying to get it into the system. Okay. Sometimes. There we go. That looks better. 2, 4, easy 6. Got 22 players out there joining us online. 22 players out there joining us online. All right, dice are moving. The one table that I did like was the roll to win table at the Palace Station because they actually have the roll to win. You have chips all in the way. They still have the bumpers. 2-2 hard 4. 2-2 hard 4. Ballerina slippers. Because they actually will unlock the screen on the roll to win table and give you more time if you need it. You need 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. They actually will unlock it. They're very nice. I like that on the Palace Station. So unlike the LeBurge, and I talked bad about them, but LeBurge, they give you like 20 seconds, whatever it is, and that's it. You got it or you don't. Yep. And if the dice go off the table or something happens on Palace Station, they will actually allow you to. They will unlock the system and let you modify your bets. The downside is they don't have chairs at the Palace Station, so most of the time you're standing up there, and I have a tendency of my back hurting when I get exposed to a lot of hours. Yeah, just standing. It just kills. Yeah. Yeah, I do. But Uncle Sam says, you know what, you have nothing. Yeah. You can that and a bunch of other things. Uncle Sam says, no, you have nothing. Yeah. 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. That is a good hit. Yeah, I need Uncle Sam to actually pay me is what he needs to do. But yeah, any doc would help. 2-6 easy 8. Actually, another thing that I have from there, not to say that I have a bunch of stuff, right? Ever since I came back from combat, I never ever have used alarm clocks. I don't use watches. I don't use alarm clocks. I don't need them. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I don't need them. I can wake up at 2, 3, 4, 5, and you tell me what time, and I'll probably be up before the alarm clock. Most of the time, that always happens. I used to be like that. I don't need alarm clocks.
I need that alarm clock. I'm staying asleep, boy.
No, man. It's like you tell me, all right, Vince, we gotta be up at 3:30, and if I put an alarm clock, I probably would be up at 3:25 before the alarm clock goes off. It's a weird thing. It's just a weird quirk. 235 or ooh, that's Enrique's 5 right there. That's Enrique's 5. Look at that. 235. You have to hit it accept. Sometimes on Crapsee, if not, it just turns it off. Yeah. Yeah, it does that too. Crapsee does that to you. All right, we got 23 players out there online joining us. But yeah, and as long as that's why I am planning on taking a couple of days off of work because we have a lot of people saying that they're gonna go out there like Charles on that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the reason I'm doing that because I like when there's a group of people. The only yeah, some well
I don't plan on shooting. I'm gonna let these guys do it. Some of them are good.
There's a 235. Look at that. Ooh, there's a 5. It's a cinco. It's a cinco. There's a cinco in Mayo. Today's May. Yeah. Michael Jordan. There you go. Yeah. So that's the reason I'm doing. But I will give you some crazy thought that I had. That when I've gone to some group meetups like that, sometimes you're overconfident. And I last time I did, I bet a bit too aggressively some players, thinking, all right, they're skill shooters, and they may be, but that they might be shooting too well. So I had to be careful, just make sure that proper yeah. Yeah, some money management skills out there because even though they may be skill shooters, sometimes we just can't shoot for diddly squat.
Yeah. Take 1, maybe 2 points in addition.
1-5 easy 6. 1-5 easy 6. So be mindful of that. I'm not saying that you have to do it. It's just something that I think about. I've learned my lesson the hard way. But yeah, Josh, you're right on the money. It's like, man, if they're making money or somebody else is shooting, is a whole lot easier to make money.
I found that I'm much more happier betting than throwing the dice. Now, there's people that I know that love to throw the dice.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
I don't care as long as I make the money. I don't care if it's me or somebody else.
Yeah. For me, I'd rather be like my friend. He loves to just concentrate on the throw.
I feel like I make more money when I'm not throwing. I would say that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I focus on betting.
Yep.
That's
3-3 hard 6. 3-3 hard 6. Got railroad tracks over here. There we go. 3-3 hard 6.
You're making money?
Oh yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully you got people out there making money. Parlay. Parlay.
I like the actual size now too.
Yeah.
Official tags, I like it, man. It's nice.
Oh, this is the table. Yeah, this is again if we want to. Yeah, if you want to play with the big boys, you gotta get a big boy table. Enrique is the one that actually helped me go pick it up. Oof, 167 out. It's all right. We got good hits in there. Got good hits in there. We got very good hits. You got 9 rolls in there, and they were good numbers. And Enrique actually, he had his truck, and we actually went all the way to Lafayette. So Enrique helped me out to go get that. Alrighty. Okay, who's up next? Help me keep track. All right, we got Red coming up. You're gonna have to help me keeping who's up on here. So all right, we're gonna go 2, 3.
We've gotten close, but we have not hit a bonus yet.
Man,
you're gonna be the first.
I need 2 out of 10. That's crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, whenever I roll, I bet more up there. So I had 10, 10, and 15 of them. I was trying to eat.
There you go.
I like to do 10 and 10. I don't like to play around with y'all.
All right.
I do, man.
Very good roll from Enrique. All right. Got a come out roll. Got 23 players out there, so bet accordingly. Please bet accordingly as a come out roll. Red is shooting from straight out. Somebody get a countdown. Got 23 players out there. 21 of those have actually chimed in that they're ready with their bets. Actually, Lester was here yesterday, and he actually bets on the ATS's quarter level.
Oh wow!
But he was, and he told me that, hey man, like Vince, every it happens a lot with me where I'm missing just a 6 and 8, the way he throws, just a 6 and 8. And sure enough, we were practicing, had Crapsee going on. He's never used Crapsee. He has no idea that even existed. Yeah, go for it. And sure enough, he was missing the 8s, and I said, Lester, what do you normally do at the real casino when you do? Ooh, 5-6 yo, that's a winner chicken dinner. I asked Lester, what do you really do at the tables when you're out when that happens? He says, well, what I do is I turn off all my bets, and all I do is keep my pass line, my odds. That's all I do. No pass line bets? No. Do you lay the bets? What's that, dude? Are you betting a quarter level? I'm gonna guarantee you, I'm laying the freaking bets. Especially at quarter level. He says, yeah, like, let me show you what I do. If you're doing this, this, and this, lay the freaking 8 for at least maybe 120 or 200 and then put 96 across, whatever it is, because either way you're going to win. Especially at a quarter level. I don't have that kind of bankroll. You got 25 players joining us online. Got 25 players out there joining us while the dice are moving. But yeah, he says it happens to him a lot. And sure enough, I did witness it in person that he bets 25 across or on ATSs, and he'll miss the 6 and 8. Yep. And we were, I think, maybe, I would say at almost 70 something rolls, and we only found 2 8s between both of us. 3-3 hard 6, 3-3 hard 6. Nice. So between both of us, I think it was at 60 something, 70 something rolls, and only 2 8s were found through most of that night until later on in the evening. But yeah, he was missing those 8s. But he shoots from stick left 1, and he's got like a little bit of an underhand throw. It's just a unique toss that he has. I've seen it a couple times. Unfortunately, it was very late in the night. I think we started somewhere at, came in like around 6 p.m. and it was like 11 p.m. I was exhausted. All right, somebody getting a countdown. We got 21 players already chimed in. The other 5, feel free to take your time for those 20 seconds to get your bets in. But I met him on a cruise ship. And Lester says, hey, Vince, do you really have a table at home? I said, yeah. Can I stop by? So sure enough, I was doing some programming on some of the OBS systems. So come on by. Ooh, 3, 4, 7 out. Oof. 3, 4, 7 out. Yeah, I'm gonna try once more from stick left 1. I'm gonna give it one more shot. From stick left 1 before I go stick right. So let me give it another shot. This will be my second attempt. Bear with me while I move the cams. So I think. Oh. So let me see. Camera 3. Bear with me while I have to adjust the cam slightly. As long as you give me the dice up to this spot right here, then I can pull them. Maybe I can help me out on that side. Right. Get your bets in there. I am betting just as if I do at the roll table. I am betting similar to what I do at the roll table. Let me see. Last time I was using the 2V set. 2-4, 2-1. And later on, I'm going to be able to have something on ABC. That's what I've been working on. That if you have a dice set, we can let other players actually see what dice set you are. So it's a little graphic on there. So that's what I've been working over the weekend. Some people are interested to know what dice set you're using. That's what I've been working since yesterday. Some programming on it, and animations and graphics. 4, 6, 10. 10 is the point. 4, 6, 10. 10 is the point. Dessert. So hopefully this dice set behaves for us. Actually, Lester was doing the same dice set, but from stick left 1. That was a stick right yesterday. So, all right. Got 23 players out there joining us. 23 players joining our special guest here today. We have Red, Josh, Damian, and Enrique. So, 2-4, 2-1. I'm trying to hit over there right the line where the big 6 and 8 and the come line is where I'm trying to hit. No rotation, just kind of a drop shot. 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. I've been staying a little bit too long on the on my place bets. Normally I'll be getting in and out, but I've been chatting and having regressed in time on a lot of it. You got Greg, ahoy, ABC, XYZ here. Hi, Greg. Where are you joining us from? 6 is 2-4, 2-1 dice set. That's what I'm using. I'm using a drop shot. Using a drop shot. Aces in both places. Aces in both places. So Blizzy on the horn, you got paid. Those on the field paid double. I know Damian likes to play the field. I know you like to play on the field. Okay, go get your bets in there. Get your bets in on there. I'm using a 2V set for those of you who are interested. For me, it doesn't matter much on the set. It's more of how the dice are behaving. But some people are interested in dice sets. So that's what I'm doing. In a drop shot. 3-3 hard 6. 3-3 hard 6. That's a hard 6. We've seen that 6 before. Not the hard way, but we've seen another 6. And I'm a fool, but you probably hear me say it. Like I'm a crazy fool that after horns are hardware, after hardware's are horns. So that's just my crazy thought process. Doesn't mean it makes sense to anybody else but myself.
And to those who have seen it.
Yeah, those who have seen it. Let's see, 2-4, 2-1. Sticking with the same dice set. I am not going to change on any roll. I'm going to go play all the way through on the 2-4, 2-1. So I won't make any modifications. I'm just going to write it out. It'll be what it be. 4-5-9er. 4-5-9er. 459er. And that's the kind of hit that I like. Doesn't mean that I was giving the best results. Just enough for it to kiss the back wall and die right there. Doesn't always happen like that. I know that's okay. It's good as long as see when it's in this spot is where I can't reach. Anywhere in here I can reach it. Yeah, I'm not as tall as you gentlemen are. You got a longer reach than I do. And that's when I like 12-foot tables when there's a taller gentleman because you can actually use your reach to get closer to the back wall. I don't.
So they start tripping with what I'm saying. They be like, sometimes they want you to cross them, like you're the stick, and I'm right here.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll say something next, and most times they don't, but sometimes they're like, sir, you gotta keep it here. And then trip you up, especially if you're on a roll.
Oh, yeah, especially in a good roll.
Yeah. If you're on a run, oh yeah.
The cruise line has been mostly kind. I've had a couple ass pit bosses of a boxman or a pit boss, but they've mostly been kind. But I also drop a couple bucks on them for the dealers that are playing on the ATSs or a couple of numbers, so I get away with a little bit more. But LaBerge or other places, they'll tell you, especially Ellis Island, they don't do that. Step a foot or two to the left. 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. Although I like going to Ellis Island because one, they got lower pay tables, lower limit tables, and I like their steak and eggs and their breakfasts, and they got a barbecue place in there. Although it's kind of small. I do take advantage of their comps, but they're good people. They're good peeps. All right, some of you are getting a countdown. Some of you are getting a countdown. Keep in mind the roll count. Keep in mind the roll count. I'm gonna push through. I'm not gonna make no modifications. But keep in mind of the roll count. All righty. Four five niner. That's a Nina. That is a Nina. There is a Nina out there. All right. Got 22 players joining us online. 22 players. Yeah, so if y'all gentlemen out there, if y'all come up with a date that y'all want to travel and y'all see I use Google Flights to track the prices of the flights. They say, hey, there's a bunch of us that can go out there and here's the date. By all means, let me know. I'll go. Bush Airport is very close by, so I'll take time from my office and go buy airline tickets. It's only like, what, 30 minutes away? Less than that if I take the Hardy. For those of you joining us online, we're talking over here in Houston. I live in Spring, but here pretty much Houston, Texas. Space City. 4-5 Neener. That's a 4-5 Neener. I know Enrique over there is like making 5 and the 4 9s, 5 and 9s. 5 and 9s. he's got at a table limit right now at $1,000. Make that money. Yeah, so. That's a 2-4, 2-1 dice set. The only thing is, Josh, when we did come back on that Monday, man, was I exhausted.
Oh, I know, me too. Ooh.
Yeah, it was exhausted. I mean, unfortunately, I get to work from home, so I have a little bit of a break, but man, was I exhausted. I pushed through, but man, once I clocked out, I was gone. Once I fell asleep. I wasn't worried about alarm clocks at that time. I did my work, and then after that, just clonked out. 134, 134. It's another place bet hit. 134. Yep, so we're getting numbers. Lady likes teasing us. You know, we need the 10 and she's giving us the 4. She's giving us the 4. Or the finger, whatever you want to call it. She's teasing us. All right. 2, 4, 2, 1 is the dice that I'm using. From stick left 1, using a drop shot. Using a drop shot. No rotation on my dice. If 1, 6, 7 out, they hit the very bottom and gave me a bad result. They hit the bottom of the diamonds. All right, so 1, 6, 7 out. Only got to 10 rolls. Sorry, folks. Only got to 10 rolls. All right, Josh, you're up.
I'm gonna do my best. Make sure you're on the horn.
Yeah. Camera 2, position 3. All right. Here we go. Got 22 players out there. All right. Somebody will get a countdown. Josh is shooting from stick right 1. I think we got everything's okay. Josh is getting in tune. Here we go. All right, dice are moving. Dice are moving. If Josh can hit 3 horns back to back, I should be able to get out of the hand pretty quick. Yo, yo, and a midnight, please.
All right.
We're not asking for too much, right? 3, 6, 9er. 3, 6, 9er. Oh, sorry. Let's see. 3, 6, 9er. All right. Somebody get a countdown. A couple of you out there. Got 25 players online joining us from out there. That's a 3-3 hard 6. Nice. 3-3 hard 6. And I remember what Damian said a while ago is like he had like a dime or a nickel on it on the hard ways, and Josh hit him.
Sure.
So I threw a nickel on the hard ways each one. So, all right. Let me see if it hit. And the place bet. So that was a good hit. All right. I think he can hit it back to back. Yeah. Another horn or a hard way. AC Deucey. There you go. Ace Deuce. I'm telling you, my crazy fool. The voices in my head. I mean, I mean, they're wrong 99% of the time, but that 1% they are right.
100% of the time.
Yeah, they're 100%. That 1% is 100% right.
51, 50.
Yeah. AC Deucey. I consider that a good hit because I was on that horn. I was on that horn, but I'm gonna parlay it. I'm gonna parlay it. You got 25 players out there. Go ahead, get your bets in there. You got 20 seconds to get your bets in there. You got 20 seconds to get your bets in there. I was reading one of those memes that says, like, you know that voice everybody has in the back of their head that says, like, don't do it? That meme says, well, mine says, I bet you $5 you can't. Sounds about right. 2-6 easy 8 nice. That is a box number 2-6 easy 8. Two six easy 8. All right, somebody will get a countdown, but feel free to take your time. And hopefully it goes very well for us in this Lake Charles trip. I'm taking 2 days off of work. I told the boss, yeah, I told the boss, you know what? If it's going very well, don't count on me coming, actually joining online on Friday. I'll just take a third day and work the table. But it depends how it's going. Cause there's, who was it? Marty. He was gonna go out for a couple of days. Ooh, look at the puppy paws. Puppy paws. Nice. Marty, another great shooter from, yeah, he shoots from stick left. He does very, very well. He actually was there in Lake Charles about a couple months ago when I was out there. And he was going there for a day. 5 days later, he called me like on the second day. He's like, Vince, I still haven't left because I mean we're doing so well. I'm doing so well over here. They've changed the dice. They actually pulled the dice from his hands and changed the whole set of sticks, a stick of dice. And he said, "Don't. It's okay. It's all right. I still got this." He said 5 days later he made it back to Houston. 5 days later he says, "Man, I was just doing so well. I just couldn't let it go. Because I just felt so dialed in." He comes to practice every now and then. I honestly I didn't ask him for the money count on it. I mean I wasn't making the money, so I didn't ask him for amounts. But he doesn't go too often to Lake Charles. He just when he has time. 145 horse and buggy. Horse and buggy 145. You know who Josh who I haven't heard from, and hopefully maybe you're out there, Aces.
Oh,
I haven't heard from Aces in a while.
I saw a couple of posts about a month ago, which reminded me because we added each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much from him either.
Because Aces, he's a crazy player, but he shoots very from straight out. I think it was straight out that he shoots from. And he likes to bet $25 each, 25 and 25 each on the high low every single roll and $50 field. Those are his bets. Those are his bets. He bets $100 per roll, $25 high, $50 high low, and $50 field. Puppy paws once again. Nice. Puppy paws. Oh yeah. Well, I got that. I got my
I bumped it to 10 the last time I hit it. So.
Yeah, I got it at 16 on the that hard 10, and 50 on the 10. All right, so let me go ahead. I need to let's modify. Let's go inside. Let me take that to a quarter on my hard 10. All righty. Dice are moving. Some of you get your bets out there. I think we got just maybe a little bit under 4 players still getting the bet. My man. You got cojones. Acey Deucey. Yes. Ace Deuce. Yep. Yeah, I was on the horn. I think you heard me before. I'm a crazy fool after a hardways horn. So I was on the horn. I'm going to parlay it. I am going to parlay the horn bet. So one thing that I like to do whenever somebody's shooting, even at the roll tables, I actually have logs, and I try to see where the dice are hitting, and I'm trying to see like, hey, they're consistently hitting in that same spot, and when they do that, I feel more comfortable with that player. Yeah, a little bit more aggressive.
It's like private table. Yeah, Are we gonna be able to get private tables out there?
I don't know because T-Tuck and Texas Crapshooters, I don't think they reserve tables. I think they're just gonna be a meetup. It's not like Premier Casino hosting, which they actually reserve tables. So I don't think so. But again, it's gonna be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't think we have a hard time actually getting on a table. And we have enough players, so it sounds like it'll be a good amount of people, and we should be able to actually Yeah. But I've gone to Premier Casinos hosting events hosted by Power Access and Premier Casino. And I like their events because they actually have sign-in sheets, wristbands, a little lunch, some music, some a meetup, and then they have private tables with stations that each player is going to be at. And then what they do is they rotate players out and those in. So it's like a couple will drop out and 4 other players go in, and they have 2 tables. But I like that. A little bit more organized. So I honestly do not know if they're gonna have any reserved tables. 3-5 easy 8, yes sir.
So I'm at 40 hit on the mates.
Yep. Now I didn't know Samuel from Texas Turnip Craps, and that's why you hear me saying T-Tuck. He actually lives very close by. He doesn't live too far from me. So Samuel, if you're out there, hi and good afternoon. But yeah, Samuel is very close by. He's been doing very well actually at the tables.
Yeah, I've seen his posts. Yeah.
You got 27 players joining us online at the moment. 27 players out there. So I asked him to see if because he actually works at United. I told him, oh yeah, he used to work for Content Enterprise before he merged with United. He works at United, and he says his schedule is a bit busy during the week. And then he has his sons play football, and some of them actually college football. Ooh, yes sir, Ace Deuce. We've seen that before. Which I wasn't on the horn.
I love the field. Let's go. I just got back in the field, so I didn't play the last 2 weeks. I didn't play them. I didn't play the last 2 times. I played that one. I get this tail. I got to feel it. You smell it.
It's kind of funny because you're right. After like a 5, 6, or 8, it's almost always a field.
Mm-hmm. I tried to let 2 8s or 5s go back to back. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. All right.
Puppy paws?
Now pull off.
Yeah, because he likes the Ace Deuce and the Hard 10, so yeah. Four, 5, 9er. There you go. Winner, chicken dinner.
My brother did this one.
Yeah.
I didn't have any odds on it.
So we got somebody dancing for you on screen. So the 4, 5, 9er. Winner, chicken dinner. There we go. It's a come out roll, ladies and gents. It's a come out roll, so bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. So let me do this. And he also likes the Ace Deuce. I'm gonna hop that Hard 10, and I'm gonna put $10 straight out Ace Deuce, and hedge it with a nickel big red. You got 27 players joining us online as a come out roll, so we get a countdown. Josh is dialed in. He's ready to go to Lake Charles. Go. Hard 10 race Deuce, bro. Ooh, close. It was close. At 145. There's one roll over, and you can actually see the 2 over there. There's a 145. It's a good number. It's a 145. Yep.
Sure is.
It's all right. He's dialed in. We're making money. Josh is dialed in. Now, for me, honestly, when I first started out, I really want to have a bunch of people at the table. Once I started getting a little bit more practice and knowing what's going on with the tables, I'm more of like, the less people at the table, the better. So on the cruise lines, I tend to go like right before the table opens to try to get in there, or like very late at night. when everybody else is gone and lost their money. And I'll start. I've never shown you the logs. I'll show you what the logs are. 3, 4, 7 out. No, you already got your point. Your point is 5. Yeah. Yep, that is. You already had a point, but you had good rolls. You had 14 rolls considering this last one.
Damian, Josh, let's go.
Yeah, I made money on that one. I made money. All right, who's up? Red. Yep. All right, staying the same side of the table. Oh, Damian. All right, so
I started Damian and he closes.
All righty, so let's go to. Bear with me, folks. I gotta adjust the cams to swap. Camera swaps because we're going to the opposite side of the table. Damian shooting from stick left 1 or stick left 2. I'm not sure where he's gonna shoot from. Stick left 2. And he's shooting into the right side. So let me see. Do we have the cams up there? Oh, there you go. All right. So some of you place your bets. It's a come out roll. It's a come out roll. We got 46 players. AC Doocy. We got 46 players out there joining us. 46 players going. I'm gonna need your help, Red, to try to drag it. Yeah, my little arm can't reach that. There you go. That's an ace deuce. You were asking for the ace deuce a while ago. You shot it yourself. You shot it yourself. So I consider it a win. I consider that a win. I did have $10. Nice. I had $10 horn high ace deuce. $10. So I did make money. All right, we're still looking for a point. Is it still a come out roll? Still a come out roll. All right. All right, dice are moving. Go ahead and get your bets in there. We do have 46 players out there. 46. Ace deuce. Ooh, sir, my man. I parlayed that. I parlayed it. Nice. I can make money like this. Yeah. All right. Let me enter because I don't think I'm entering into this side of the system.
First hit, add 5 to the horn highest deuce. Second hit, you turn it into a $16 horn.
There you go.
So yo would be really good.
I would love a snake eyes or a midnight right now because I've been pressing it like crazy right now. Any horn works. 3-5 easy. It's all right. It's all right. 3-5 easy 8. We finally got a point. But I am gonna get back on that horn. I am gonna get back on that horn. Yeah, so well, some of you haven't been here in a while. So what I do is I have these logs. I actually write down all the shooters, and I see what I do. So I actually keep a log. I don't know if I've seen you. Ray, you haven't seen the logs, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, wait, so and Josh, I know you picked one up for me. So that way I know.
I took it on cruise, but I never used it.
Yeah. And I use it even on myself because then I see what numbers I've been hitting. Like I can see I start seeing the patterns, especially if you're doing something to the dice. Four, 6, 10. Nice. That is a good hit. 4, 6, 10. That is a 4, 6, 10. So I had 96 across. At this time, I am buying my 4 and 10 with that 10 hit. I'm using the proceeds from that 10, place bet 10, and buying both the 4 and 10 for a quarter. Got a couple out there. You got some players. If you get a countdown, you got 20 seconds, so take your time. Take those 20 seconds if you need them. In the meantime, dice are moving. Yeah, when I started logging the beginning, the first trips, I'll have like a gentleman with a cowboy hat or Texas or anything, whatever they are, and then towards the end of the trip, I know their names, so I can actually put them in there. Ooh, that rode all over the rail.
He's an 8-6.
That's a 6-2 easy 8. Yeah. Yep. Yep. What are you shooting for next week? It rode the rail.
For the next time.
2, 6, easy 8. It's like that skateboarder rides the rails, they grind the rails or something like that. Actually, that's a winner.
Yeah.
That is his point. Ooh.
That's his point.
Let's see. Let's get Mr. Squirrel to dance. There you go. You got a squirrel dancing over there. That's a winner chicken dinner. All right, some of you get a countdown. Feel free to take your time. Now, the biggest thing is trying to get everybody to sync up on times and schedules. It's hard. It's not easy. We all have work and family and stuff going on, and trying to meet up at the same time is sometimes a challenge. That's a 4-5-9er. That's a 4-5 Nina. Four or 5 Nina. 9 is a point. 9 is a point. All right, we got 28 players right now online, active. 28 players out there. So for those of you joining us or in the vicinity, I know some of you, I believe, Richard is actually flying down from Las Vegas to join us in the Lake Charles trip in this coming week. So he said he is flying down from Las Vegas just to beat us up in Lake Charles. But if you're in the area, 3-5 easy 8. We've seen that 8 before. So if you happen to be in the area of May 28, 29, and 30, Lake Charles, over there in LaBerge, Golden Nugget, and Horseshoe is where we'll be seeing some of us. So feel free to drop in, reserve your hotels if you haven't already. We have done it ahead of time. But yeah, we'll be out there. Oh, I do like the Golden Nugget a little bit more than LaBerge lately. Even though I'm staying at LaBerge, I do like the Golden Nugget table, especially when they have the crap list at $10. Mm-hmm. The only downside is they don't have the ATS. That one hurts because you'll hit those numbers, but you can't place any ATSs on them. That was a deep throw way in there. 3-4-7 out. 3-4-7 out. Yeah, that was very deep over there. Yep. There you go. Perfect. All right, bro. No problem, though. So, all right, who's up? Myself? Enrique. Yep, stick left one. All right, bro. So let me get Damian. All right, bro. Right. Nope. And open the garage for you. So when bear with us a second, ladies and gents. We get.
You got a box too? All right.
All right.
I have to get going too.
All right. So bear with us while we have Enrique as stick left one. So bear with me a second while I let this gentleman shoot. So we'll be in a quick commercial break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back here at ABC Dice. We got Enrique shooting from stick left one. You got Enrique shooting from stick left one. Bear with me, it's a come out roll. It is a come out roll. So get your bets in on there. Get your bets in on there's a come out roll. So let me see. We're back. There you go. All right, we got a 145. Enrique loves those fives. Number 5. Got a horse and buggy. You got a horse and buggy here. Okay, so our point is 5. Actually, let me move this. The point is 5. Get your bets on in there. Get your bets in there. Right, you got 19 players out there. 19 players out there. Now you got 20-second countdown. Feel free to take your time and use up those 20 seconds to get your bets in there. We got Enrique moving into stick left 1 is where he's shooting from now. All right, we got a puppy paws 5-5 hard 10. That is a 5-5 hard 10. Nice. Puppy paws. There you go. We got the 10 the hard way. Okay, I am going to parlay that hard 10. Okay, here we go. All right, dice are moving. Dice are moving. And when Enrique shoots from stick left, I'm probably going to move into stick right and give that a shot. I haven't shot today from stick right. Ooh, dice went off the table, folks. Dice went off the table. I will unlock the actual Crapsee. It will be unlocked, so please listen in. The table is unlocked. The actual Crapsee is unlocked, so you can adjust your bets. Table dice went off the table. Dice went off the table, so some of you like to modify your bets. That's the only reason I unlocked it. So you got 20 seconds to get that bet back in there. All right, so dice went off the table. So adjust your bets if you're a believer of modifying your bets when the dice go off the table. Again, feel free to do that. That's why the reason I unlocked it. So there we go. Well, we're in roll number 3. As a 4, 6, 10. We got another 10 over there. We got an easy 10 now. We got an easy 10. Enrique says, let me get that 10 the other way around. Here we go. Look at that. That made me $100 right there.
50-50.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So we're getting a countdown. That was a good hit on that 10 once again. So here we go. Dice are moving. Dice are moving. You got a 4-5 Nina. You got a 4-5 Nina. That's a 9 over there. That's all right. Thank you. Here we go. 4-5-9. Here we go. My apologies. Crapsee is a little bit on Yeah, it's frozen. It is frozen. Bear with me. Nothing is something out of our control. I may have to go out of Crapsee and come back in. That may ask you to give you some kind of warnings, ladies and gents. My apologies. Nothing that we can do is just onto Crapsee that is frozen. So you may see that host actually went out of the. Let me see. The host went out of the Crapsee, but that's the only way I can get it to actually probably restore itself. I'm gonna try it one more time. Yeah, Crapsee is frozen. So again, I'm gonna exit, come back in. You may have to readjust your bets. My apologies, nothing I can do. It's just that Crapsee did that. So hopefully your bets stay in place. Hopefully your bets stay in place. I'm not sure what I had in there, but here we go. So Crapsee is what, let me see. I'm gonna unlock it. I got a couple players out there, so go ahead, get your bets. Again, lost the table Crapsee again. Yep. Blue Jay Way. Crapsee did crap out. So again, my apologies. Nothing I can do about it. It's just the Crapsee app went and locked out. It's back up again. We're getting players back. So I'm giving you time to go ahead and get back into the system. I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. Again, our apologies. There's nothing. It's something out of our control. The Crapsee has been having a little bit of a challenge. It's still a good application. It's having a little bit of a challenge, but we know what the results are. That is exactly what I entered. I'll leave it up to you. You're gonna do the honorable thing and just place your bets as you had them before, or you're gonna empty out your rail and bet on the number you know that it hit. Is up to you. Some people will do that. Hopefully, you don't. All right, we've got 9 players back out of the 20 something, so I'll take those 9. 4, 5, Nina. Okay.
Rick says bets denied and find by table.
Okay, bets denied and can't find your live table even on the reload Crapsee. All right, ZPG back in. Had to complete exit Crapsee and reload. So let me see live chat. Bear with me. Yep. Apologies. It's nothing. It's stuff out of our control. But hopefully you're back. And it happens at the real table, so we use it as an actual thing. LPC, all good here. Thank you. So hopefully all good here. All right. So here we go. We got 12 players back. Got 12 players back. So here we go. We'll give you the countdown. I think we had like over 20 something. So we got 12 players back. And it's been acting different for some people who are using a desktop application. Some of them that have been using the iPhone application and the Android. Three, four, seven out. That's a 3, 4, 7 out. We iced the shooter. Well, we didn't. Crapsee did. Crapsee iced the shooter. But it happens at the real tables too, right? Happens at the real tables too. All right, so it's my turn to shoot. I'm gonna go to stick right. I haven't shot from stick right tonight. So let's go there. 3, 2, 2. 2 position. 2. There. I think we're there. So I'm gonna have to flip a couple things around because I haven't shot from this side, and I have to move the controls and the Steam Deck. But I think we'll be okay. There's a come out roll. There you go. I think it looks okay. I think there was another stick somewhere. Here we go. All right, it's a come out roll. We got 10 players online. Sorry we lost some of you. My apologies if y'all still watching and you weren't able to come back in. Crapsee is just, it did its thing. It clunked out. I am shooting now from stick right 1. I'm going to be using the 2-1-2-4, which is the 2V set. 2-1-2-4, I'm using the 2V set from this spot. All right, somebody getting a countdown. There we go. All bits are in. I'm using 2-1-2-4, and I am using a drop shot. Same thing I was doing on the left side to see if it behaves well for us today. That's a 1-3-4. 1-3-4 the point. 4 is the point. 4 is the point. Thank you, sir. You can put that on the 4. Put that on the 4, please. Because it is my very first roll from stick right 1, I am going a little bit. I am holding short of actually betting like my normal. Normally I go into my third roll. It's 2-1-2-4. 2-1-2-4 is the dice that I'm using. After this, we go one more round and probably call it an evening for the live stream. We may get some practice offline. 3-6 Nina. There's a 3-6 Niner. That is a good hit. At this time, nomás pónmelos aquí, right there. Yep. 3-6 Niner. Unless those gentlemen want to stay live, and we'll go ahead and stay live, but it's up to them. It'll be their call. I have no problem. It's up to you what you want to do. All right. Because I think we've gone a while. I think we started at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. That's 2 hours. It's a 2-hour stream. That is a 2-hour stream. 2-1-2-4. A 2-3-5. That is a 2-3-5. That is a Cinco. There's Michael Jordan down there. There's Michael J. Enrique's 5 right there. We got a 2-3-5er. There you go. 2-3-5er. I'm using the 2-1-2-4 dice set. Pretty much the opposite that I was doing on the other side. Over there, we're using 2-4-2-1. Same drop shot. Oof, 1-6-7 out. Yeah, I heard him click over there and it, ugh. Womp womp. Womp womp. So that was it for me. 4 rolls. 4 rolls. That was horrible. Can't make money like that. All right, we got Reggie coming up. He's going to be. Yep. That right there. Go ahead and let me adjust the cams. So cam 3, 1. Here's where Reggie's going to be shooting from. Bear with me. Bear with us. It is a come out roll. So bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. Go. So go ahead. Quítale el on, compa. All right. Reggie shooting from stick straight out on stick right. We got 12 participants back from our 20 something. Got 1-5 easy. 6-6 is the point. 1-5 easy. 6-6 is the point. Thank you. All right, so bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. Más dale. 6. 6. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get something going here. All right, got 13 players back. There's a 3-4-7 now. Like,
That's not it. That's not it. Let's go home.
3-4-7 out. All right.
There you go.
That was 2 rolls. It might be just fatiguing because we were doing bad. So yeah, we're doing bad. So after Enrique, we'll do one more round. We do one more for Red, one more for myself, and then we'll call it a night. I think we're getting fatigued. So we've been shooting for what 2.5 hours. I know it's not a good story. So 3.
Not a problem. You know, we can stay 24/7. Yeah. Hey, 100 here, 100 there. That's it.
Freeze.
Now this time it's just big. There you go.
Yeah. Empty the rail.
Empty the rail. No buybacks. No buybacks. I can stay 24 hours.
All right. All right. Enrique's going to be shooting from straight out on stick left. All right. So it's a come out roll. So bet accordingly. It's a come out roll. You do have, I think, up to 4 rebuys. You have up to 4 rebuys. That is a 2-2 hard 4. That is a 2-2 hard 4. So 4 is our point. Can't see it over here. Oh, here you go. 2-2 hard 4. There you can see it. I'm trying to figure out where you can see the dice. All right. Two hard 4. Our point is 4. You have a 4-6-10. That is a good hit. That is a 4-6-10. Four, 6-10. I see where you can see the die. There you go. 4-6. Right. That paid us very well. I'm gonna press my 10 and my 5 1/4 each. Because Enrique likes those 5, so I'm gonna bet a little bit extra. 5 and 9s. 5 and 9s. That's a 167 out. Ooh, 167 out. Womp womp. Ooh, yeah, table's gone cold, so yep. So we got two more shooters. We're gonna have red shooting, and then I'm gonna close it up, and then we'll call it a stream, because the table's gone cold. So for those of you out there, when the table goes cold, go on the dark side. Go on the dark side. Yep. So it is a come out roll. It is a come out roll. Let me adjust the cams. It is a come out roll. It is a come out roll. So we'll go ahead and bet accordingly, folks. All right. Dice are moving. Three, four, come out seven. That is a 3, 4, come out seven. That is a come out winner, pass line winner. That is a pass line winner. So if you're going to the dark side, that one, and you're laying any numbers, ouch. And it happens, right? You go to the dark side and you start hitting numbers, and like oil and water type of a thing. It's happened to me before. So remember in Crapsee you have the what is it, repeat, or what is it, the redo? What is it, that button that says on there? I forgot what it is. Same bets or something like that. It helps you push that button and it gets everything back into the same bet you had before. Okay, there's a 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. They landed right over here, right in the same spot. 3-5 easy 8. 8's the point. Got two more shooters for tonight. Red is going to take us into this roll, and then I'll shoot the last, and then we'll call it an evening. So get your bets in there. Get your bets. I haven't done a rebuy yet. I'm trying to work with what I got, but I am deep in the red. Yep. Yep. Oh, dice are off the table, ladies and gents. Dice are off the table. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to same dice. I am gonna unlock the table. Okay, dice went off the table, so adjust accordingly. Adjust your bets accordingly. Some of you like to adjust your bets if dice get to go off the table, so that's why the reason I unlocked it, just for that reason. So you got 20 seconds to do on there. Some people like to turn off, do something, so that's what I did. So again, you had your chance. Dice are moving. Can't say you weren't given the opportunity to modify your bets. You got a 2, 5, 7 out. 2, 5, 7 out. 2, 5, 7 out. And that's why we unlocked it. Yeah. 2, 5, 7 out. You were doing so good. All right. Let me adjust the cams, and I'll be the last shooter for tonight. Camera 2, position 1. Mirror. So this is brought to you by. So, ladies and gents, I'll be the last shooter for tonight. We've been going at it for a couple hours now. I think we maybe started at 3:30, 2.5 hours something on there. So this is it. I'll be the last shooter. Hopefully, I can get at least into the double digits, way into the double digits. But go ahead. Right now, Dark now is actually he's online for 9,935. You got ZPG at 8,875. Blue Jay Way Kevin at 2,890. And then in we have Buster at 2,535. Fee Coxer at 932. Red Eye at 597. 208 Craps at 259. And eighth place. I'm sorry, that's seventh place and eighth place. Encore Stein. So that's the actual where they're at right now. So again, I'll be the last shooter for tonight. Don't be apologies. Sometimes the top chat hides. Should be live chat. Bets are denied. Okay, that one was on there. Back in, all good here. Back in, regress at 9. As Alfredo would say, you suck. Yeah, yes, Greg. Don't better dream rolls, and then dark now. Ice, baby. Doctor, no. Yes. Yep. All right, let me see what they can do. Let me go with a 2V set. I'll be using 2V set, but I'm gonna put some some backswing on it. See if we can get anything going on here. As a 2-4-6, 2-4 easy 6, 2-4 easy 6. And I'll be the last shooter. So some of you like to empty out the rails to get on the leaderboard. I will call it the leaderboard, but again, that's not my intention. At least I don't do that. I like to practice if I'm really at the table. You're welcome to do that if that's what you do. But because I am the last shooter, I am going to at least what I really would bet. Trying to collect at least $50 on each of the place bets. $50 each on the place bets. I am deep in the red, but that's how it really would happen. Now, again, I'll have an actually stop limit, so I wouldn't have that much in the red, but I would be in the red. I would have left at my stop limit or my loss limit. It's a 1-5 easy 6. That's a 1-5 easy 6. That was a buckshot. That is a winner. That is a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. There we go. That is a winner. Sorry, don't players. We got at least one win for us. I think they're up by 20 something. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, they're up. The dark side players, they're up. Yeah. So I'm doing a backswing, and this is the dice set that I use with the backswing at the Golden Nugget. Specific table that I like. There's one specific table that I like when I do this set. All the other ones that haven't worked for me, but there's one table that's sweet spot for me. I end up doing well. The 3-6-9er. 3-6-9er. Our point is 9. So hopefully it gives me the same results. That we at least will hit a 5 or a 5. That we at least will hit one side of the ATSs. That we'll at least hit one side of the ATSs. So what I'm trying to land is right there. You can see on the camera that spot right is where I'm trying to hit. I try to be consistent. Two, 6, easy 8. 2, 6, easy 8. That is a good hit. right. I get it from there. As long as they don't end up very close in the back. Well, yeah. As long as they don't end up in there. So hopefully we have a very good session going into this Lake Charles trip. For my water. I think it goes here. Nope, that one's closed. I think that was my water over here. I look forward to this trip. I haven't met with this Tug before. Texas Turnip Craps. So I've never met with him before. We see Sammy, yeah. We see each other on Facebook and stuff, but never actually met a person to person. There's a 1-3-4. 1-3-4. Easy 4. So for those dark side players that are laying numbers, ouch. I'm hitting one number at a time. But truthfully, when I'm at the real table, I like that. I like actually knocking out dome players. But there's some gentlemen that come in like, and they're sitting in the very far corners of the hook, and then they'll just drop a black chip levels, and the dark side come in, $500, $600, and boom, boom, they make their money and they're out. It's like get in and out, which I don't make their money; they make their own money. I'm not working for their money, so I understand. So I'm not against being a dark side players, but in my own mind, I'm saying, okay, let me see what numbers I need to hit to knock them out. I take that like a challenge. Yeah. Now, if they win, right? I mean, they got better odds than I do. That's a 4-6-10. That's a 4-6-10. Because I've seen people go out and they lay every single number for black chip levels. I mean, I never did the math, right? But black chip levels, and damn, they got that kind of money. Now I've seen fools drop $200, $300, $400, $500 on a field, come in and just drop shitloads of money or $200 horn and get in and out and just lose their money. I don't have that kind of cojones. $200, $300, $400, $500 field horn bets. Damn, it's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Now I've also seen them hit, but not that often. But I've seen them hit, and it's like, damn. I'm out here at the table for freaking 2 hours, and they come here for freaking 15 minutes, made their money, and they're gone. It's like,
I know somebody right now. He does that stage. No more than 30 minutes.
yeah. There's a 4-5 Nina. Yeah, when that happens, it kind of makes you question life. It's like, right, you're working your ass off, and they come in. It's like you're questioning everything in the universe. Is that 4-5 Nina? Yeah. It's like you question the universe. Oh, that's a winner. That's a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Let's make. There we go. We needed a good number. That was the point. I'm chatting. I didn't even know what my point was. I was just throwing. And one of my favorite experiences is actually hitting something like the ATS that you didn't even know you hit it. It's like, hey, you know you just hit the talls, right? Yeah, really? All right. Like, give me my money, witch. Flexibility, neither dyke nor light. LPC, you're right. Being flexible, you're absolutely right. At least in my interpretation of stuff, is like if I need to get stronger, being able to make hybrid go from one side to the other best on the table. I tend to make my corrections, but a little bit slower than I would like to. And I would like to be able to read the table like maybe in a couple rolls. Okay, I need to go to the light side or go direct to the dark side. So I am a bit slower than I would like to be. I need to improve on that. But you're right, having some kind of hedging and being able to modify from dark side to place bets or whatever you want to do. Come out roll. That's a 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. 6 is our point. 2-4 easy 6. No, I'm not that strong on dark side betting. I have a couple here and there. but I'm not as strong. These are the people that can have all kinds of different strategies and hedge this and move that. But I'm not as strong as other people in that kind of style. But I do ask when I do see people like that. I try to become friends with them and say, "Hey, what are you doing so I can learn?" I'm always open to learning. The only thing I too tell my kids, and I believe it too, is don't ask a broke person how to become a millionaire. If they don't have a lot of chips on their rack and the rack in front of them, don't ask them because they're not making money. They're gonna teach you how to be just as broke as them. Don't ask a broke person how to become a millionaire. 167 out. They look good in the air, beautiful spin, but both of them did not hit the back wall, and that took us out for tonight. That it was only 10 rolls. That was only 10 rolls. Apologies. That was a that was a 1-6, even with the 2V set. So thank you for tuning in. Let me switch the cameras for Enrique so you can say good evening and good night. Let me see. Camera 3. That's Enrique. And we'll go. We have Red over here.
See you in Lake Charles.
And your host, Vince at ABCDice. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all you got out there. And please you have the did some chats, flexibility, ZPC, results, that is me. And so again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate for all of you that did, for those that actually weren't able to join us for all time. We got our special guest out here was Red. We had Josh, we had Damian, we had Enrique, and your host here, Vince. So I will call it a night for tonight. There'll be no more. If you're happen to be in Lake Charles and Houston in the end of weeks of May 28, 29, and 30, Lake Charles, Texas Turnip Craps, Texas Crab Shooters, ABCDice, and a couple other people out there who've joined the Facebook feeds and chats. Feel free to stop on in, meet us out there, and say hi and play with us at the tables. You take care, have fun, and be safe, and manage your money very well at the tables. Thank you, good evening, and good night.